Right now, a very, very beautiful song coming up in the background. This is from Thunderclap Numerous, new one called Something in the Air.
Check one, check two. All right, guys, we're back. We're rolling. Just finished a nice workout. Having a kombucha gingerade. Very good for suppressing hunger. You know, I've been on this grind. Mike. 3 weeks in now of following like a pretty strict diet without fucking up even once. And I mean, dude, they say diet's everything. So that's been honestly, it's weird. It's like when I'm on a roll, it becomes easy. But yeah, this is like a little trick of mine. Lots of water, but you know, sometimes like a low calorie, also good for your gut biome, like just shit like this. Kind of just, it stops you from snacking, I find. But the best way to stop snacking, if anyone else out there has perhaps a problem with that, is just don't keep it in your house. That's number one, boys. Just fucking, like when I go to a homie's house or like a parent's house and I'm like, and I look in their cupboard and there's just like Pop-Tarts and, dude, crackers. Why do you need crackers? Crackers are so silly. I'm not hating. I don't hate crackers. Like, crackers are delicious, but like, it feels like there's so many households that just have like 8 different types of crackers in their house. Like, what other purpose is a cracker other than just empty calories and carbohydrates and sugar? Like, what other purpose is a fucking cracker other than just snacking when you shouldn't? You know what I mean? That's good. Yeah. I've been grinding at work lately. That's been my also my other thing. I really found my fucking groove back. I know I said this like a month ago and then got hit with another like just dip of energy and motivation, but I'm kind of accepting that, you know, I could get a bad week again, but right now I'm just having a good fucking couple weeks, man. Through diet, through fitness, but the big one that's been, I haven't been inspired and like motivated, like where I dove into a collection, like anything based with like work in a minute, like since before I quit Kratom. And this week I've started this like collection idea called The Divide, which is like, it's honestly just like my opinion of like the world today a little bit, or like America, and it's not, you know, it's not rocket science. I'm not like breaking news over here. Everyone kind of feels it, everyone knows it, but like for the last 5 years it's felt like there's been such a divide through politics, but like just through, I mean, like the vaccine back in the day, or fucking like different wars and different religions, and you know, like I'm left, I'm right, I'm this, I'm that. And I'm like, and I'm just like a Canadian living here, but I love America. And even though I'm not political like at all, it's like, and let me know if you guys can relate to this, unless you are really political and, you know, you really care about one side and it means a lot to you. Like, I'm not hating on anyone. I just like, let me know if you can relate to the feeling of, even if you're not political, especially the last like year or so, it's been hard to just like, anyone you like watch online, anything you see, any movie, any actor, any like podcast hosts, any like a fucking design, a piece of art, like everything, you kind of have this new filter where you're like, oh, is this guy like left leaning, or is this guy like right leaning? Like you need to know, kind of. And like, I'm not political. I don't pick a fucking side at all. But like, I catch myself like what the question mark of like wanting to know that when I look at like, I'm just gonna use the word art because it's like, even it's corny, but like that's what it is. Like I'm watching a movie or I'm listening to a podcast or whatever it is. It's like, and I think that that's like just a big thing for me of like, why do I give a fuck? Why is there just like two sides? Like whatever happened to just, I'm gonna fuck this word up. Get ready. Individuality. Should have went to college. Should have graduated high school, to be honest. Can't say that word, but like, just like you meet someone and they're their own person and they have their own opinions and all these things across the board. Not like they're either this or they're that. And if they're this, they think all of these things. I'm already judging it. And if they're this, then they already agree and think all these things. That's what it feels like being like kind of an outsider living in America. And yeah. So I had this inspiration and I started making this like very controversial, like fucking every design was like pretty crazy. But they were just pouring out. And I mean, dude, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you could like walk around and like all the artists and, you know, like my favorite, like artists from the 90s and the 2000s that kind of built all the skate brands and the streetwear that I loved. They're all my favorite artists. And like, dude, I look at all their shit and like, they didn't hold back at all. Like half of the shit they would design would get them canceled today. And like, I think it's sick. Like, if you're going to spend time making a piece of art, like, why not fucking have a message? Why not, like, let it, like, get people talking and shit, you know? So, I just been working on this collection, and the ideas are just pouring out. So, I kind of learned. I was like, I don't know if work and motivation to create art and stuff was something that just like I hit a certain threshold off of kratom that like my brain's kind of like actually snapping back. I'm actually like feeling healthy again. Sorry, I just caught the sun came out and fucked up this. Sorry, I was overexposed for a while there, guys. My bad. So is it that I don't lose my train of thought? Is it that the withdrawals are coming off and I'm kind of coming back to myself and the inspiration for these projects and the grind to be able to work is just coming back? Or is it that like I found an actual like collection theme that fucking like I'm passionate about or like I have a lot to say? So that's why I'm like, dude, I was at work yesterday for 13 hours. I haven't done that in like 6 months. Like I've worked, but not like get there in the morning and get home late at night and like crash on my pillow. Like I couldn't stop working because it just like designs and concepts and shit just kept coming out and I just wanted to bring them to life. It wasn't enough to just write the idea down. I was like, no, like, you know, like it's just, it was like, and then when I fell asleep, I remember laying on my pillow and just feeling complete, like feeling very, like it's like almost like if you deal with like anxiety and shit like that, like it's you know the feeling when you go to sleep, when you lay on that pillow and your mind either races and you feel crazy and you're stressed out, or you lay on that pillow and you're like, I fucking today really worked, or like I feel like I accomplished a lot today. And it's crazy how much that's connected to being able to just like knock out because you're comfortable. You're like comfortable in like what you did today. And yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's a mix of both. Maybe I am just kind of like snapping back to reality a bit and, you know, getting grounded again. But I do think it's part of like also just having a collection that I'm so excited about. Like so many fucking ideas. I'll probably next time I shoot a pod, if you guys want to see, I'll show you some of the art. I would love to almost do like I was talking to Austin, one of my like employees, on the design side. I was talking to him about like my whole like procedure of how I create a collection from start to finish, like every point, all the different software I use and different tools for inspiration and like ref hunting and like just the whole process, I personally feel like would be interesting to a very niche amount of people, or maybe they could take something from it and be like, oh fuck, I could do that for, you know, my clothing brand or whatever. I mean, I think you could take it to any field you want, really. But um, it was just something I was thinking about, like even because I'm constantly been learning over the last decade, you know, through building all these companies and doing all these projects. But I look back at it and I'm like, oh, like I would have loved to watch a breakdown or like a live kind of like broadcast, like if I did like a stream. Like I don't know what kind of medium it is to do it, or it's just maybe like a record my screen and a camera on me and just record a day of working at the office and then chop it up to give you guys like a breakdown of like how, let's just say like if I take one collection and one product from like design to sourcing the like cut and sew silhouette, like to everything, where the inspiration came from, how I created a design, how I created like references using AI, how I redraw with Procreate, how like every step I do might be interesting to some. But if it is too niche, I get that too. So maybe like comment below if it's something. If there's like people out there that would want to see that, I would love to make a video on it, because I'm at a point where like I keep going over to like my friends or my employees and I'm like, yo, dude, like check, like I'm so excited about all like my process now that I can't shut up about it. That I think like when you have that in you, you're like, you might as well lead into making a piece of content around it, because you explain and have the most to say when you're like, you can catch yourself being that excited about telling everyone about it, you know? Like that's like a notice in my head that's like, oh, I should talk about this, or I should like share this. Yeah. The miles are coming back too, which have been nice. Yesterday I did 8 miles. Right now I just did 5. I brought back 100 push-ups a day. I'm like 2 weeks in on that. It's been super easy, breaking it down into 4 sets of 25. And the rule is just every time I think about it, I have to do it. And then I have like a little thing in my notes. I just jot it in. You know, like not doing weights for a while has really finally kind of showed on my body that I'm like, I remembered back when all I would do was cardio and MMA and skateboarding, but I was doing 100 push-ups a day for like a couple years. And for some reason, I still had a decent chest. I had a nice back. I had nice arms. Like there was something about 100 push-ups a day that like I didn't have to go lift weights for my body type. So I kind of remembered that, and now that I've been getting my weight back and the cardio's coming back, I'm bringing back the push-ups every day, and I'm gonna give it like a month or 2 months to see if it's really all I need, or maybe I'll just start like a 3 to 5 day like weight session thing, like just, you know, do a body part a day. I started doing it like a month ago when I was kind of first going through all these like withdrawals things, and cardio was really hard. I was like, oh, well, lifting weights won't be hard. And I just couldn't get into lifting weights again. Like I would do it. I'd hit like 3 days in a week and then I would like fuck off, or I'd hit like 2 days in a week and fuck off. Like, and by fuck off, I mean like go do a shitload of cardio or something. But I don't know. I didn't feel right to just, I get so bored with weights. I don't know why. I think it's probably because of the like physique and the health and the mobility, like whatever goals are in your head. Like in my head, I know I want to look a certain way. I want to feel a certain way, and I want my body to move in a certain way to be able to like do all the hobbies I want to do. And weightlifting just doesn't really check any of those boxes for me. Like I don't want to get big and buff at all. And like when I look at like sparring or skating, like I really just want everything to feel like well lubricated, well stretched, and cardio kind of does that for me. But I mean, that's what I mean. Maybe I could get into like weights, but more in an athlete way where it is a lot of legs. It is a lot of like a lot of the shit that I don't really do when I did do weights. It's just like getting into like a cycle that's all about longevity with sports. Because I know there's a lot of programs online, and I got some homies that could definitely show me some things. Whether it's like deadlifts and fucking, or like a knees over toes program, or like something that keeps my knees, my hips, my lower back, my ankles, all that shit kind of nice and strong. But yeah, I finished the workout. This is the best part of the day where the workout's done. It's Wednesday. Wednesdays I normally are my day off, just because, like I've said before, we do drops. Obviously, the brand's called Sunday. So we do our drops on Sundays. So sometimes that means I don't get a day off on a weekend. I'm working into the weekend to get all the marketing. And then Sunday, I'm going to the warehouse to oversee a collection like dropping, and kind of troubleshoot all the problems and stuff. And then starting the fulfillment project process on that order or orders. So yeah, I take Wednesdays off. And I was going to go into work today just because I'm in this like, I'm kind of tired of just trying to make this company profitable. And I know my team is too. I don't want to speak for them, but we had a deep talk, and I know they're like, like they're getting older, and like they want to make bonuses. They want the company to grow. And I may not be so focused on making profit and like so focused on making a bunch of money. Like that's not a goal of mine, but like maybe it's not fair to my employees to just go, hey, like as long as we can make this break even and I get to keep creating art and creating product and creating projects, I'm a happy camper. Like I don't need to make money. I'm realizing that it is bigger than me. It is about them too. And being able to like, if you can become more than just a profitable business, it also opens up doors for making bigger projects, So I do have a reason to fight for it. And this year, I went through like a bad breakup last year. I went through some health shit. Went through getting over like a drug thing. Like I went through, like there was a lot of things that were pulling me away from work, or at least making work and like making work messy, because I was like trying to deal with some personal shit. And I told the team this time, and I truly feel it now, is that like, at least as of right now, I have nothing in my life that can pull me away from work. I have no excuses. Besides a little bit of monitoring my health and my fitness, which I can do and work, And besides that, I told the team that I'm fucking ready to grind this year. Like, I really am. And I think I feel proud about myself of like how I've started the energy of this year. Because the first few weeks were really hard, and then it just like, I got lucky and I found the groove, and yeah, so I was kind of like, fuck, do I take Wednesdays off? But then there's also like there's burnout. That's a very real thing, and I'm trying to realize like, have the rest day, have the day to enjoy the beach, or go take your dog for a walk, or go see a friend, like go to the movies, eat some popcorn. Like that is so much a part of the process of like locking in and grinding this year, or accomplishing a goal you're trying to accomplish, right? So yeah, I might go see Nafis. If I don't go to work, I might go see Nafis, which is he's one of my longest friends in LA since I moved here. He was the creative director of Full Send when we did all the product, like the design, and we've just always been homies. And he obviously no longer works for Full Send. But yeah, we always like last night we like talked on FaceTime, because we were both designing, like he was designing on his computer, I was designing on mine, and I'm always asking him for like tips and shit because he's just like, if you haven't seen his shit on Instagram, it's called Crime Wave. He's one of my favorite artists, even though he's like one of my best friends. But yeah, I might go up. He's in Hollywood. I normally hate going to Hollywood, but I might go pop up there, bring my dog, bring my meal prep, and we might go hit Equinox together, go get a workout in, and then maybe just like, pop up the laptops or the iPads and like just, chill, man. Go chill, like kind of a way of like working, but also getting some work done. Especially let me fucking shut this thing. Especially in the design space. God, I might have to just question having this podcast here. It is always a headache to fucking just manage the light. Jesus. Yeah. What I do for work, not always, but when it is, 80% of it's just creative concepts, design, marketing, socials, like all that shit. It really does work well as a collaborated experience. So it would almost be like fun to go see, because I don't do it a lot, but go spend a day with Nafis and see if we end up just goofing around and fucking hanging out and having a beer, or do we actually like come up with a lot of cool ideas, So yeah, I'm gonna probably go head out there soon. What else is going on? Not much, man. That's the thing. When you're locked in like this, when you're going to bed kind of early, when you're working out big chunk of the day and then just working the rest, there's not a lot to talk about. There's not a lot new besides telling you guys like updates on the process and maybe collections or things I'm working on. I'm living a very boring life. I am catching, it's hard to let go at the end of the day. I'm such a movie head. Movie and some skinny popcorn. That's my like treat I give myself after a long ass day, which I didn't get last night because, like I said, I came home and just crashed on that pillow. But let me think. What's some good movies I've watched? I went and saw Marty Supreme. I thought that was really good. I liked it. And you know what's funny? I thought of this the other day. Even though it came out late in 2025, if there's one movie that I think was like movie of the year for me, because like you can only judge movie of the year of like how many times do you keep going back to watch it, And even though it came out late, the movie Caught Stealing, Austin Butler, like 90s in New York. That movie, I'm surprised that I'm saying this. I think that was the best movie of 2025 that I watched. Because I saw it in theaters. I instantly, like a week later, bought it from Apple TV and watched it again. And this week, I ended up watching it for like the fourth time. It's just so... Maybe it's obviously because I'm obsessed with 90s culture. I'm obsessed with that time period. So I love, especially in New York, like just watching a piece of art that is created in New York in the 90s to me is so cool. But no, I like thought about it, was like, no, I keep watching it because like the characters were so cool. They were so fucking interesting. The storyline, the way it was shot, like I don't have much to say about it, but I just I keep going back to it. I feel like it's like a classic. The same way like some of my favorite movies are. They're not exactly like, I feel like my like top 5 is not like anyone else's top 5, if I'm being honest. Even when I share with people, like 80% of people are like, I don't even know any of those, or I know one of those movies, but and not that they're like deep cut. Like I hate when you ask someone like, what's your favorite movie? And they're like, 1981 Frankenstein, or like fucking, or not like 19 fucking 02, or like it's like some black and white fucking stop motion animation. You're like, dude, like it's okay to say Step Brothers is your favorite movie, But yeah, my favorite movies are Into the Wild. You guys have probably seen that. I hope you have. It's amazing. The movie changed my life. Running Scared. That's like one of the biggest underrated ones, I think. People haven't seen. Paul Walker. It's an amazing movie. God, I want to say The Town. The Town is so fucking well done. And fuck, I'm blanking on it. Actually, speaking of The Town, I just rewatched the Ben Affleck and Matt Damon movie. The Rip. That's a new one I watched last week. Pretty fucking cool. Cool concept. Lots of twists. Like, I'm pretty good at being able to like tell what's gonna happen, and that like had some good twists. It got near the end a little too actiony, like action man-y. I have this thing, like, there's a reason I don't like. I'm not a big fan of movies where one guy like fights a bunch of guys and like wins. Like, this is gonna be a hot take, and people are having me pissed because I haven't even watched them all. I think I watched like half of one, but like, it's the reason I don't watch them is like, I'm not into movies like John Wick. I'm not into movies like, I don't even know what's another like John Wicky type movie. Like, just the idea of like one main character that's like a badass and fucking like beats up all the bad guys or shoots all the bad guys and he kind of never dies. Like, I'm definitely a sucker for like reality, real. Anything, it could be any storyline, but as long as it feels like authentic and just fucking real, like, whoa, like, I believe the shit out of this, I'm sold. Like Blue Valentine. You want to talk about like a romance movie being like romantic comedies or like romance movies being corny? It's like, dude, go watch Blue Valentine. That's like a real love story with some fucking real sad shit in it, you know? God, this has been a little bit of a manic pod. Kind of just, I think because I have no idea of what I want to talk about. So I'm just kind of winging it. But I'm sure a couple of y'all watch this because that's what you want to fucking see. Just talk my mind. I'm wearing the collection that's live on site right now. This is from our Faded collection. This shit came out so fucking dope. We put silicone tab logos, like made PVC patches, sewn them onto hats, blasted these with a stone wash and a potassium spray, and then heat gun removed the tab logos and threw them in the garbage just to make these, like, so there's no print, there's nothing on this. It's literally just the logo is the original blue hat and the rest of the hat is like sun faded. But yeah, these are live on bloodysunday.com. They're fucking dope. And it changed the fit a little bit. I weirdly like it. It's just the whole thing was birthed from like a 90s style fitted shallow hat, but not like a dad hat, not that shallow. But it just made it even more worn in, more relaxed. Yeah, it's a great hat. And the shirts, I mean, these are pretty much all I wear. Same thing. The sun fade potassium on these just like gave it this buttery feel. Well, I might make this a short one. I don't know if this was short, but just because I need to figure out doing this in front of this window, man. I literally, before I started shooting this, the reason I even shot today was like, oh, like there's no sun today. It's very gloomy. That makes for like a perfect lighting situation. So I opened the curtain and yeah, it just doesn't work. I look like red as shit. Like, so I don't know. I need to maybe, like, I'll put a photo up of like this curtain I set up, but I literally bought curtains and screwed them to the wall. And unless I just fucking move this whole setup where there is no window and I just make like fixed lighting, so it's always the exact same. I just don't like that. When I watch someone else's pod and I could tell they're in like a dark ass lit, like a dark room with fake lighting, I just love natural light, but I guess that's what I'm dealing with. It's hard to manage, hard to control, especially for pods that are long. You know, you're getting one shot, you make sure the lighting's good and you nail it, but for a pod, it's like, there's been a lot of times I go to edit these and it's like, it just turns into shit, you know? Okay. I'm sure when I get off this, I'm going to remember 10 other things I wanted to talk about, but that's why you should take notes, kids. Take a note that you should take notes before doing a podcast. Okay. Later, y'all.